Hello and welcome to Squib TV. I'm Samuel Layton and I'm joined by James Cartwright, and today we're going to be talking about
the Seattle Seahawks.
So last year for Seattle, made the playoffs, didn't necessarily do anything amazing when they got in there. Decent win over Detroit, got pretty much easily run over by the Atlanta Falcons in the next round. What did you make of them last season? What do you think they're going to have to do this season to go a little bit further?
I think they were just a solid side again, weren't they? We always know 5th ranked defence, 12th ranked offence, I believe. So again, just another solid season from them. What I will say about the Seattle Seahawks was the frailties that sort of built up through the season were exposed in that game against Atlanta. The offensive line was weak all season, and we saw how much pressure they were able to get to Russell Wilson in that particular game. And then, obviously, defensively, the secondary was hit on because Earl Thomas, arguably their best defensive player and probably one of their best players in general, was out injured.
Yeah, so I think, like James said there, the issues that they had seen throughout the season when they played a big team or a very, very good team like the Falcons in the playoffs were exposed, and obviously, like you say, Matt Ryan was able to pick them apart defensively. They were all over Russell Wilson, who wasn't healthy for the full season either, so I've just got to point that out about Russell, a guy who was obviously well known for being able to scramble, make plays out of absolutely nothing. Russell certainly won't lose any of that, but he struggles, I think, in targets down the field. Now, Doug Baldwin's the only man that stands out and jumps out to me. Obviously, Paul Richardson with his breakout game against Detroit. Other than that, do they really have anything out wide?
They've had options there. I mean, they have a couple of tight ends who are half decent, if I remember rightly. I mean, can you think of any of the tight ends that are in there? Unless they're still there.
I think is it the one guy called Luke Wilson, actually.
Luke Wilson
course, is a decent tight end, and obviously that Javon Curse as well, who I think makes big plays in big games, but throughout the season he's just a very average receiver. Now, I don't want to dwell too long on the Seattle offense. They will probably get running as they always do. Eddie Lacy comes in, different option at running back, obviously losing now.
Yeah, well, it's his chance to really make an impact at a side, because we say we came into the league in 2013, I believe he came into the league and looked a reasonable running back, and then obviously he's had problems with his weight. That's been a big thing for him. So it's a chance to redeem himself, and he's running with
Thomas Rawls. I'm just forgetting all the names that just sort of seep out your head as soon as you come in front of the camera. Thomas Rawls didn't have his best of seasons last year. I think they were ranked 25th in the rush, which is not great for this side. No, the team that's always prided themselves on the rush. But Eddie Lacy could be someone who brings a little bit of something else there. He's certainly a power back. He can get them yards when you need them. Definitely not Marshawn Lynch standard, but he could be someone who just puts that ball across the plane when you need it to be done. Now, defensively, this is where all the names come out. I'm thinking, you obviously mentioned Earl Thomas, talking about Richard Sherman and the controversies of him in the pre-season, Bobby Wagner, Michael Bennett, just to name a few, and they've obviously added Malik McDowell as well, a rookie. Obviously, Pete Carroll must see something in him to be adding him to that defence, which we already know is massively strong. Yeah, and unlike a lot of players coming from the draft, there isn't a lot of pressure on him to do well instantly. He's going to be learning from the very best in the game, and if he can make a few plays, they're on to a winner there. Yeah, I mean, I think we've just to name the players, if you're not a big fan of the NFL, honestly, just Google any of those players' highlight reels and you'll be blown away from some of the defensive plays that they can produce on a week-by-week basis. Be fantastic to see Earl Thomas coming back to his best next season, hopefully. I think they'll definitely make the playoffs. Do you agree with me there, James?
Yeah, they have this division locked up for me. There is no better side. I think only the Cards could really challenge them, but I can't see it. I think they're going to push on. Defensively, they're going to be solid again. And Russell Wilson, he's just getting older and wiser, isn't he? And I want to say about their schedule for the NFC West is they're playing the NFC East, so they're playing a challenging division there, but then they've got the AFC South, and I've sort of wrote gimme games there. They're games that you would expect to go and win, and that's a guaranteed 4 victories for them.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. The only issue I can think of is if Russell Wilson does go down, Austin Davis or Terrence Boykin are the backup quarterbacks, and Austin Davis is decent average backup quarterback. Terrence Boykin's just a kid who might be able to make plays, but I'm sure they'll go out and snap someone up, like a Colin Kaepernick, who was linked with the Seahawks in recent times. However, anything else you want to add, James?
I would just say I really like the sound of that Colin Kaepernick move. I think he would be a very good quarterback for the Seahawks as just a second option, really.
Yeah, I think it would be a good move. I think most people would welcome that as well, especially to see Colin back on a sideline. I think I'd like to see that personally. But if you are a Seahawks fan, you don't want Kaepernick, you do want Kaepernick, you hate what we've said, you agree with what we've said, please let us know. Comment in the section at the bottom of the page. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, follow us on Twitter at squib_TV. Thank you for watching.
It's a touchdown.